What's happening, good people? What's happening? What's happening? Checking in. Well, it's been a little minute since I posted up a video, whatever like that. Just been out here trying to run it up, make it do what it do, make it do what it do. Had a lot of personal shit going on, so had to fix that. But I still been out here running it, making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Uh, there's a whole lot of like questions and shit that came back to YouTube about. So I did a video not too long ago about not helping other drivers and shit like that. So now what I'm doing is it's too bad over here, to be honest. A couple of these y'all gotta stop coming to Landstar, bro. Y'all gotta stop coming to Landstar. If you not gonna run on our shit, man. I said, so let me back it up. I had a couple people reach out and they asked me about Landstar. But y'all wanna continue to pull this cheap ass freight to get to something major. Stop doing that shit. Like, there's no need for you to go and gross $1,000 on 1,000 miles just to get to a load that pay $3 a mile. Like, that shit is so fucking pointless. Stop coming over here doing this shit. If you gonna get over here and run some bread, man, go get the money, man. Go get the money. Like, stop taking this cheap shit. Because the minute that you go from a company driver to go out there, lease a truck, and then you turn around and you pulling this cheap ass shit, you fucking us up that won't pull the cheap shit. So I gotta maneuver in certain type of ways because it's just like, bro, if you not gonna stand on what you had going on, do not come over here pulling that cheap shit. Anything under $2 a mile, to me personally, to you, is cheap. Don't pull it. Sometimes you better off just deadhead into the load that you trying to get, just to be honest. You save more money like that. I don't give a fuck if that load is 600 miles away. 600 miles in any truck I have been in. You put 60 gallons in the truck, you can ride 600 miles. With the way fuel is right now, that's $180. With Landstar, we're not talking about nobody else. Right now, fuel, I've been getting fuel for $2.98, $2.87, $2.96, 60 gallons, I get you 600 miles. That's in my truck though. That's in my truck when I had my Freeliner. It was the same way. And then, if you were Landstar, I'm just bold to throw some tips out there. When you go on the load board, don't go to the loads that say, if you go on a load board and the Landstar One app, you go to the bottom and you press search loads. Don't do it that way. Go into Landstar online and then look up your loads that way. And then set your load alerts and your follow me's. And they'll constantly hit you up, whatever like that. And you get to see more loads when you do it that way. Y'all went from company to lease to coming over here, and you still running as company drivers. That's why they starting to treat the owner operators like company drivers. Because that's how y'all acting. Stop with the cheap shit. And then when somebody give you information, you go back and ask somebody else, and then ask somebody else, then ask somebody else when somebody already gave you the answer. We understand it's different opinions, but at the same time, if you don't have one source, always have a mentor. If you come into Landstar, find somebody that know what they doing and ride with them versus trying to find 3 or 4 different people. And when you find them 3 or 4 different people, everybody got their own opinions and ways of running. He might make 3,000 a week. He might make 6. You like, all right, well, cool. 3,000 miles ain't no money. It is money. If you taking home $3,000 a week, that's $12,000 a month. Who can't live off 12,000? If you can't live off 6,000 a month, something is fucking wrong with you. Or you done went above your means or whatever like that. It's free over here with Landstar. It's free. Motherfuckers just don't know what they doing. Motherfuckers don't know what they doing. Now let me slow down. What's happening, James? JR, what it do? Kid Trill, yeah, what's happening? You don't have to have your hazmat, at least on with Landstar. They do say like they give y'all to like 90 days or something like that. But I would say go ahead and get it because it's not hard to get. And now they got like more classes for it. Peace and blessings. All well. Definitely different revenue streams. The money can be made. The money can be made. It's still here. Direct shippers, they still active. The brokers, the agents and stuff like that. You got a lot of the bullshit going on, but it's definitely still money to be made. If anybody, I get the questions of, is it enough money at Landstar? It is. Do they got freight? They do. Everybody got freight. Oh, can I take home $2,000-$3,000 a week? That depends on the way you run. If you're not taking the money home over here, that's because your work ethic is trash. Or you're not doing something right. If you're not doing nothing right, like then, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they got a tanker division over here too. Well, they bought the startup one, but the dude say like you need like a year of experience with it. Oh, appreciate that, Reese. Appreciate that. What's that in the tape? But I can't even hold you. I can't read this name. Who's that pushing what? Pushing P, pushing T. What do I mean? But most definitely though. They do the urine test. It's real hard to get a reefer unit over here, just to be honest. Like, I think you gotta kind of bring your own or go buy one, or they go lease one and give it to you. I really don't know about that. I tried to get a reefer unit a couple times, but it's like, it's damn near impossible. I've been trying to get a flatbed for the longest. It's like, they keep sending me to get flatbeds and step decks, but they be damaged, lights. Oh yeah, well you gotta take it to a shop that's all the way out. I'm not, man, fuck it. Just fuck it. Flatbed loads looking good. I'm not even pulling flatbed. I'm still pulling fucking FedEx freight. Like, this is what I've been doing, just pulling FedEx freight. For two agents in ABF, because ABF and FedEx be all working together. So I pull them two, and I just run my little regular shit. Yeah, like you not gonna see Landstar reefers. Like, I think the reefer units are leased out. To be honest, I think they leased out. So if you get like a reefer unit, because I done ran into a dude, he got a Peterbilt long nose. And matter of fact, he was just at the little truck show that was at I-75 in Wildwood. He's a Landstar driver, and he said that he had to go and purchase a reefer unit and bring it over. But he had, I guess, like leased the trailer from somebody they work with, and then they brought it over here or whatever like that. So hell yeah, they got a lot of that. Do they OTR run? Yeah, they do. Y'all actually got a lot of freight that's up there in that New York. Well, I ain't gonna say just New York, but northeast. My homeboy still right there in, he said he do a lot of Rhode Island to Massachusetts because he live in Mass. Antonio, what's happening with it, bro? But like I say, the money is still over here. It did slow down, but right now it just seems like stuff is going back up slowly. Cause it dropped pretty fast. And then it's like now, with some of the loads, it's a whole lot of round trip loads, and that's what I started like to do now. is get them direct shippers with the round trip loads. And a lot of times it's like, what load is it? Like after I deliver this one goes back down to Fort Myers. And then I got some watermelons coming out of Fort Myers. They come back to Georgia. So, but it's only paying like $1,200. But at least that's fuel. And what is it? I think it's like 400 and some miles for 12 some things, like 38,000 pounds. I go pick that up, drop that off in Georgia. Then I gotta go up to Maryland, PA, Georgia, Alabama, Missouri, back to Alabama. So like these little loads that I've been running is like direct shipper, only light ass shit. Yeah, they do have that. Is it called I'm think Colonial Heights, Virginia, FedEx? Yeah, it's definitely better to have your own. It's definitely better to have your own flatbed or step deck. They do have, yeah, I think it's called Colonial Heights, Virginia, that they have that FedEx out of. And it goes up to like Baltimore, Maryland, where's a lot, Connecticut. It's another one that goes out to like Missouri somewhere. No, it goes out to Kansas. You drop out there in Kansas. No, they got daytime runs, but to be honest, the way the money been set up, I don't restrict myself to daytime running or nighttime running. So when they got something that's ready to go, I don't care. As long as it's paying, I'll go to sleep early and get up and run through the night. Like last night, the night before, my load picked up at 10 p.m. You just wake up at 7. You get up, do what you gotta do, go to sleep early, get up. I picked the load up. Matter of fact, it was ready at 9. And I ran it straight down to Fort Myers. Did that. Came back up. I picked my watermelons up, came back up. Then today, I'm at the place right now. I'm about to pick this up, take it right back to Fort Myers. Get my watermelons, come right back. Yeah, I did tanker before, but not here. They don't have tanker division over here. And another thing is, like, I done seen a couple people leave here and go like the Keg Advantage or something like that, Keenan Advantage, or like Quality Carriers, and they making pretty decent money. It's consistent. It's not a whole bunch of people you competing with. Well, drive in, everybody and their grandmama doing this shit, so. Real shit, real shit. No, I'm not doing refrigerator. I'm still driving in. I'm still driving in. Yeah, I'm still driving in right now. It's picking up, but this ain't what I want. This ain't what I came over here for. I came over here for the flatbed division and move up the step deck or whatever how they want to do it, but it's really not working out. I did the class, and it's probably going on 6 months, so I'm gonna have to go back and do the class again. So I've been issued a couple step decks and a couple flatbeds, and every time I go, it's like one either is damaged or driver's already hooked up to it, or you know the person out there out of town, they had holes in the floors, the lights don't work. It just, you gonna get a bullshit piece of equipment a lot of times unless you get lucky. So I'm not really too much stress in it. But if we have to have experience with the tanker division, I will leave Landstar to go get some experience in tanker and come back, depending on what it's looking like. But yeah, like if they start a tanker division, somebody say you gotta have like a year of experience. If that's true, I'll just leave and get some type of experience and come back, because it's really no lose situation over here. Bro, I just did a show on it. I mean, not a show. I just did a video on it. the prepping of the show. Or the Greensboro, North Carolina. My fault. I was trying to think about what you were saying. So we run all the Greensboro, North Carolina. And then yeah, so. Well, you ain't miss shit. I'm just talking, whatever like that. You ain't miss nothing. I'm just chopping it up on people that had some questions or whatever like that. Cause I ain't been on here really to like post no videos. You know what I'm saying? My priority shit come first, so I be having a can't get on here post no videos and you know what I'm saying. Hey, Jay, you running dedicated still out of you still out of Virginia? See, I never heard of them. Linden Bowl. Like, the thing is, like, a lot of people that I know that left here, like left Landstar, and they went to these tanker companies, they actually making some good ass money. Anywhere from like $2.50 to $4 a mile, like on all miles though. So is I feel like it to me personally, anything that's not dry van is gonna pay more. Dry van is kind of like your entry level pay. Then you got like tanker, step deck, flatbed. You know what I'm saying? Heavy haul type shit. Like, I don't ever really see tanker dudes even complaining for real. I don't think I ever seen a tanker dude complain anyway. It be this dry van shit where it's like, yeah, people they train your ass for 1 month and toss your ass on the road, and the first thing your ass pulling is a dry van. Like, I just feel like it's too easy. Too many people can do it. Yeah, you can build a fleet. You can build a fleet. Yeah, you can. You can have as many trucks you want. Yeah, the only ones I seen missing. Yeah, so Keenan, Linden, and QC is definitely some good ass companies. Like I even told like my advisor, I'm like, if we need like that year of experience, and I have to leave to go pull a tanker for about a year and then come back, I might just stay with the tanker company that's offering me the opportunity, as long as like me with my lifestyle, because like I mean like, I got everything paid off, so me with my lifestyle, I don't mind to go pool and make 25 a week. I'm not chasing. I done seen the $9,000 chase to 12,000. You don't believe me? I got videos back with USA that's already posted up. It's like when you making that type of money. Like when I know with me, when I made that type of money, it was like, yeah, everything is cool, everything is up. This day and the third, but man, at the end of the year, once they smack your ass with all that taxes, the write-offs become a little bit less because it's just to me, trying to get rich off of something in 1 year is just not valid for me. Like the tax, man, shit. Taxes will bust your ass. You know, people go to saying like, oh yeah, I made $300,000 last year. And you like, yeah, well, how much did you have to pay back in taxes? And it's like, bro, you down there pay back half your money. Like, so I would tell anybody, like, if you making that type of bread And you like, you know what I'm saying? If you make it anywhere between 2 to 5,000, if you use them dudes that make it 6, 7,000, what I ended up doing was I started me an ADP system. I created me an account, whatever like that, and I had my money going. I had my money set up to where I was able to pay myself through an ADP system, and I just had the taxes taken out of my ADP system so that I could keep track of what I am doing quarterly, and that's how I kept it so that I'm not overspending for tax season, or I'm not owing back that much. Okay, the most I probably ever paid in taxes. Like, man, that's a little deep because trucking ain't my only income. So hold on, 2,500, no, 2,800 miles, net 4,300, or is that gross 4,300? I'm hoping it's net. But then again, if you're doing 2,800 miles, bro, that's gonna be over. That's gonna be over $800. You gotta think about it, cause that means you getting 2,800 miles. I can probably get about. three fill-ups and still have, I would say like 2.5 fill-ups on 2,800 miles. So 2,800 miles, 2.5 fill-ups. Let's just say 3 to round it up. It'll probably take about, well, my truck is about what, $400 to fill it up. 3 something, like 350. Yeah, probably about right, like $1,000, something like that. Fakes. You right about that. So is that's who you rocking with right now? Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I got my truck ain't no mid roof, and I heard that you gotta have like a mid roof truck to work with some of these people. But I've been seeing like shit super sleepers and all that to fuck around with it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What time is it? Cause I'm gonna have to go in and get this damn load. Dedicated freight is cool. Uh, dedicated freight cool. It just, you gotta find it. Ain't nobody gonna tell you like that's dedicated. That's dedicated. You want to go over here to it. Some people will tell you. Some people will tell you. Like, I was just one of them that's like, bro, don't even ask me no question like that. But it's so many people that's coming over here that really don't know what the fuck going on, and I ain't about to just sit here and watch somebody just fail. So it's some people that will tell you like, go to this agent, or watch out for this agency. Make sure you go to this agency. Like, I have agents like where if I go to somewhere, I don't go somewhere where I don't know the agents. So like, if I know I'm going to Maryland, I got 2 agents that I know that pick up out of Maryland and PA that pay pretty good to come back down. And then when I come back down, the 2 agents that I use down south gets me back to where I need to be at. So I'm never stuck. It's certain agents that kind of run certain areas. Okay, so me personally, all right, so I'm on FedEx, right? I'm pulling FedEx. The thing is, it's, how can I put it? Like, it's not forced. So I'm pulling FedEx free. It's not strictly like, oh yeah, I'm pulling the FedEx trailers and all of that. No, it's Landstar stuff. So I go on the board. They might have 30 something loads posted. You just book the ones you want. And after you go through, you book about 19, 20 loads or whatever like that. It might be 5 this week, 5 the next week, 5 the following week, however like that. And you run it like that. As long as me, I put it as long as I can gross $8,000 a week, I'm straight. And I'm taking my loads from, I had a $10,000 a week. I took load from Georgia, Maryland, went over to Missouri, pick up in Kansas, take it down to Jacksonville, then turn around, came back up to Atlanta, dropped in Jacksonville, and end up clearing my week. It's like you had to move. And then when you want to go on vacation, you can slow that shit down. Like, you just know when the loads drop. Every Monday and Wednesday, you will see them pop up. And then they stretch out for months at a time. So you're not just restricted to a week or two of booking loads. You can book them out like all the way. Yeah, it's dedicated. Like, it's gonna be on the board. It's one, fuck, you about to go ahead and make me say it. So it's an agent called VAM out of, they all over the place, like Indiana, Georgia, they out in Kansas, Kentucky. They got a bunch of, they the ones that deal with the FedEx over here. So you gonna always have FedEx free. And that's why I like to use a lot. They give me the certain areas. So if I go to Maryland, I got one that pick up in PA. I like to use them more because they go out to Missouri, or they'll get me down to Florida. And the distance is about the same, but the Florida one pays more than the Missouri one. So I'd rather go down to Florida and then they head back out, because it's only like a day down. And then you still gonna end up taking a day if you go over to Kansas, pick a load up, coming back down to Florida. So it's just a certain type of way you gotta run it. But as long as I'm making my bread, I'm not really the little deadhead. It don't affect. My 10-hour break is almost up. I'm ready to get the fuck from over here. I gotta go right back down to 4 miles. Yeah, so what the questions is y'all can ask them. Y'all can ask them. Right now I'm probably pulling in like at $3.10 a mile average. $3.10 a mile average. I broke my numbers down last week. I was like $3.09, something like. So right now I'm probably pulling about right at $3.10 a mile. And it's just like, man, don't, if you think about coming Landstar, just come with a businessman mindset. That coming over here, I'm hearing too many people, like, I get a bunch of emails. And it's like, bro, I know you said you weren't gonna help, you know, some of the SFI drivers and stuff like that come over here. But, like, man, when a dude showed me what he was pulling, and it's like, bro, you pull 4 or 5 loads, paying under $1,000 just to get to a load that was paying $2,000. It's like, bro, that is hell no. Ain't no way I'm running nothing like that. You can't convince me. And the thing is, like, from his origin to his destination, you could have skipped all 4 of them loads and just not PC, but deadhead to, you could have just deadhead to your pickup. I would have just dead. I would have just took that. It's like, hey man, 40, 50 gallons would have got you to your dead, to your load that you really wanted. So you really burnt more money than you made, and the money that you thought you was making off that load, you still in the hole for, because you got truck papers and insurances and all that. It ain't no need. Like, don't be paying them to pull their freight. They're supposed to be paying you. Like, trucking is kind of becoming like a mind game, and some of y'all just not getting it. The rider policy, I think they gotta be like 12 years old. The ride. You can have pets and shit, but I think you gotta be like 12 years old. And you gotta do like this little fill out the paperwork or whatever like that. I don't know how much they take out a week. I don't know that part. How do you get footage off the sales rep at the truck place? What you mean? If I'm doing anything, I record stuff myself. Anything I do, I record it. If I agree to anything, it's gonna be signed. It got to be written. Um, Move to Mississippi. You can have it. You can have it. I'll move back to Louisiana before I go to Mississippi. Motherfuckers passing Jim Crow laws and shit. Like, I ain't got. It ain't no freight out of Mississippi like that neither. I got family that live in Vicksburg, Meridian, Lawrence, Hattiesburg, Vicksburg, Clinton. I don't know people that want to go to Mississippi. Yo, which fake urine you take? What you think, I'm on some drugs or something? Yeah, Landstar do pay better if you got your own trailer. It's like 70%. No, it's not. Let me stop fucking lying. It's somewhere between 70 to 75% that Landstar pay you for having your own trailer. No, I'm still in the Kenworth. Hey. Yo, which fake urine you take? Bro, I don't do no drugs. Like, I don't do no drugs, man. I might look like I might smoke weed or something like that, but I don't do drugs. That shit is old. Like, I've been driving trucks almost 10 years. I ain't gotta do that shit no more. No, I didn't fail the DOT. I didn't anytime I fail the DOT, whatchamacallit, like a DOT urine test, it'll be basically some shit off of if they just like when I just hey got sick, right? And when they give you some of these medicines and they come back, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll tell you a lot of times, if you on any type of antibiotic or something like that, and you try to go take a urine test or something, it's gonna show up in your system. But then as long as you got the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a couple clickbaits, you know. I got a couple clickbaits, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that because you know what's crazy though. What's crazy is I can go ahead and post something positive, right? And I get a couple thousand views. But then if I go on here and I do clickbait and I post like some fucked up shit, like when they just took my Kenworth and they like, oh, he ain't make payments and blah blah blah, whatever like that. And then some people like, well, how they take your truck and this, that, and the third. I already got lawyers and shit on that, so don't need to even too much worry about it. But once I posted that and my truck was repossessed, then it's like thousands of fucking. It's like y'all want to see a nigga doing bad. The seals rip at the truck, please. Hey, friend, remember you said the seals rip at. What you mean? What you talking about? Okay, yeah, okay. Landstar pays 73%. Hey, if you up there in Philly, like to be honest, I wouldn't do Mississippi, bro. I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it. No, the sales rep at the truck place tried to play you, then you pulled up the footage on them. Oh, cause I record everything. I record everything. If we talk, I record everything. My background too fucked up to be trying to make any type of decision or anything without me it being documented. They let you record if they want your business at a dealership. They don't care about you recording nothing. The only time you should be worried is when somebody tell you not to record a deal that you're about to do because they about to fuck you over. But other than that, if it's a problem with me recording anything that I'm doing, I don't want no type of business. If it's on some street shit, then yeah, ain't no cameras. But if we doing some legit, yeah, we need to. It need to be documented. So I'm one of them ones that's like, I'm gonna record this shit. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care. If you don't want me buying, this is like if I do something like going to a car dealership, going to go buy a car, like, and I want to put it on YouTube, I'm gonna record it. They don't mind you recording because it's bringing them clientele or something like that to the establishment. So even when I told him, you're like, yeah, I got a YouTube channel, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, I don't mind, So I'm like, all right, cool. If you would have had a problem, then I would have never even bought a truck from him. But the best thing to do over here is if you ain't got the bread or whatever like that, and you go lease a truck and you come over here, stack you about run up you probably about $10,000. Put it to the side, go put down on a trailer, get that better percentage, and then run. Because you still gonna end up having coming out on top, what an extra 73%. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely worth it. And some of these guys they go run a trailer. There's like 2 some a week, 3 some a week. That extra 70, not extra 70 something, but what extra 8%, it'll make a difference throughout your week. This 10-hour break need to be up. I'm ready to get the fuck. Ready to get the fuck over here. That boy said I'm on drugs. Hell no. Not only I think they do the urine, motherfucker definitely took a dread one time. So you got certain places that will take your L. They'll take your L. But wait, I get a lot of questions about Landstar, but it's like, what companies y'all at? Like, why, if you at a different company than Landstar, why do you want to leave the company that you with to come to Landstar? As soon as it break up with, I'm getting the fuck on. As soon as it break up with. I be trying to knock these lows out, bro. I'll be trying to knock these loads out. I be booking myself out. Some of the agents that like, cause I got my little follow me on, they like see where I'm going and try to send me a load before I book something else. You're like, no, over here, you book yourself out. Book that shit out. And it's like every week, just to get what I need to get, it's that one load that I make sure I get to. I don't give a damn if I got over here, deadheading ain't always bad. You just gotta make sure that load gonna pay for that deadhead. So I go and see this load and it pay $4,200. And if I got a deadhead 600-700 miles, like it's really like 660 miles. If one load cancel, I'm not canceling that load. I'm a deadhead up there to go get it. And the thing is, the load is 800 miles. It's an 800-mile load. Paying like that, I'm deadheading to that bitch. Like 600 miles ain't no bad deadhead for me. Not with some paying like that. And the load is like 4,000 pounds. So I don't burn no fuel going to go get it. And really no fuel to go deliver it. I don't even burn a whole tank on it. So I'll be like, yeah, with some of this stuff, sometimes you just got deadhead. I got a homeboy that will go book a load out of Ohio or something that's going to Miami, or it'll go like to Jacksonville. He'll deadhead to Columbus, all to Georgia. Like, they go get their load and take it down to Jacksonville, take it to Miami. It's like Hialeah, Florida or something. And he go get some watermelons out of Tampa, go right back to Georgia, and still be $6,000-7,000 up. Like, still be $6,000-7,000 up. Facts. Hey man, people be sleep on Prime. Prime is actually a decent company. I don't care how slow these trucks is. This trucking shit ain't about no speed. As long as you can take care of your family, Prime is definitely one of them spots where you guaranteed to go make some money. What's happening, bro? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off here too, bro. Like, for real, for real. The Freightliner blew up. Freightliner blew up. The engine, alright, so all the stuff that happened with the engine, they ended up having to replace the engine. Then they wanted me to pay for the repairs, but it was no need for me to pay for the repairs. I had over $12,000 in my maintenance. I'm not paying for no fucking repairs. Then they wanted me to pay for the tow. I'm not paying for a fucking tow if I got a maintenance account. So what ended up happening is, because I wouldn't pay nothing if they didn't want to take it off my maintenance account, I said fuck the truck and I went and bought the KW. This is why I say no to that. Some people move like that. I used to move like that. I used to be like, bro, let me find me a little load that's gonna get me up here. And you know, a lot of times is this: I'm not gonna take no risk to fuck up something that I'm guaranteed on. So if I see something that's 600 miles, and then I see this cheap ass load, but that bitch weigh 42,000 pounds. Then you get to the place, and then they take forever to load you. Then you're like, all right, well, boom, I got another day to do such and such, this, that, and the third. Then in the midst of that 600 miles, you pulling that heavy ass load. You also think about, this ain't no brand new truck. So the wear and tear with 42,000 pounds will do. Do I want to take that risk? Do I want to take the risk of a tire blowout? Do I want to take a risk of the clutch going on in the transmission? It's certain things that I put into factor versus me just saying, oh, that's my gas money. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I won't do that. I'd rather pull the money. Because like I said, right now, lately, I've been getting fuel $3 and under. 60 gallons. Might not even use. Over 600 miles, I'll definitely still have fuel left over. So with 600 miles, fuel at $3 max. That's $180. I'll go get a cheap ass load that's paying what, $1,000 to go 600 miles, 42,000 pounds. I just take the $180 and just go ahead up there. Versus dealing with having to pull that shit, sitting in a dock, waiting to get loaded, trying to, you know, adjust in tandems, possibly dealing with weigh stations. I'm straight. I'm straight. I just do what I gotta do to get there. And then to think like, oh, I'm gonna get here, deliver this early, and then I'm gonna get there on time, and then they probably take 2 hours trying to calculate the time. Do you get to the place and don't let that motherfucker be closed? Or it's like, oh, we stop receiving at a certain time. No, I don't want to deal with shit like that. I done dealt with it too much. I'm almost 10 years in. I'd rather tell you my chances of spending $200 to get there and pick my load up and get going versus toting that heavy shit. And it's always something heavy. Like, a lot of times when you're doing these short runs over here, that shit heavy. You got 40,000 pounds going. Especially like out of Georgia going to Ohio or something like that. Man, shit, you can cancel that. Or you got a deadhead over here to go get that, then take it up there. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I said, I just go pick my load up. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. That's the whole point of doing it. Like, that's just like with my Florida loads. When I go to Florida, I make sure that that shit can pay for me to get out. Now, when I get the watermelon loads, I will pull them because I don't really, even though I have something behind it, with the watermelon loads, I know I could just go up there, and them people don't take long to unload it. And it's like, yeah, and it's 24 hours. I don't want to go somewhere where they close at 5, 6 o'clock. And then you turn around, they're like, oh yeah, you come back the next day at 7 a.m. and this and that, and your load pick up at 8. No, so like when I get the watermelons, that place open 24/7. So I pull up, yeah, and by them being open 24/7, they might have an empty Landstar too. So I just drop that in a dock though, go get an empty trailer, drive 22 miles to my next pickup, and keep it pushing. Versus me sitting back like, all right, boom, I'm gonna take 40,000 pounds, 600 miles, get paid $1,000 for it. Really, it ain't, to me, that's not logical enough for me to be like, yeah, I'll just take that loss. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not killing my truck like that neither. I don't pull nothing over 30,000 pounds. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. If this goddamn 10-on-1, I'll tell you, this has got to be the longest motherfucking hour. This got to be the longest hour. Because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go like a motherfucker. My dog got a perfect life. He get up, go take his little piss, he shit, he eat, go to sleep, and be sleep for hours. Like, perfect life. I like it over here though. Landstar pretty decent. They pretty decent. They need to put a cap on them people that they allow. I feel like a lot of these companies need to cap these owner operators they be bringing over. Like, they start dropping thousands of owner operators in one spot, and everybody that been here be trying to move. I ain't really trying to go nowhere, but I'm definitely trying to. It's a pack car engine up on there. 80% of these motherfuckers are pack car engines. This shit a damn pack car. Like, computerized engine. It's from what I hear, it's the same as the Cummins, but the Cummins is more motor than computerized. And this one thing about this damn truck, it's not gonna let you blow this bitch up. As many times I've been driving or whatever like that. My truck, one day, I got baked in my truck, and my truck just kept cutting off on me. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I can't, like, you know when you hop in your truck, you gonna turn it on, pipe the hood, make sure you ain't leaking. If you gotta top off some fluids, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. And I go to crank my truck up, and it cut off. I'm like, yo, what the hell? So I turn the key over, try to crank it back up again. It cut off on me again. So I'm like, bro, let me pipe the hood. The coolant level was below the sensor. So I put coolant in it, crank it up, and it stayed on. So it's like, these trucks ain't gonna allow you to, these trucks not gonna allow you to fuck them up. And you can't dog these motherfuckers the way you want to. Cause my homeboy definitely pulled up on me. He had a Cummins in his. And the way he was hauling ass, that's why I do want to change all the. This came with an automatic. Yes, sir, it is. Yeah, it is. 35,000 cash for a truck right now? Hell yeah. Drop cash, just make sure you got that maintenance up under you. Make sure you got that maintenance up under you. Because you don't wanna, you don't wanna get fucked up. Make sure you got a maintenance saved. And 520,000 miles not bad. That bitch it's just broke in. You get 1 million miles off these trucks. But also see about their rebuild. Like, did they do any type of repairs, maintenance? Check them gaskets, like all your gaskets, your filters, all that shit. Because that was one thing about me. I've been driving Freeliner so long, I always said, like, my favorite truck was a KW 900. So when I saw a KW T680, I'm like, bro, that'd be hard as hell. Like, with the stuff that I be trying to modify the truck, like I already got the measurements and stuff, and building the wall. It just, you know what I'm saying? Just purchasing a truck, I'm just like, man, I'm about to get back out there on the road. And you kind of bypass, you start to forget the shit that's priority when buying a truck. And then it comes later on, and as long as you got that maintenance back in you, you'll be all right. Actually, my truck got like, my truck got 699,000 miles, 126. 699,000 miles on my truck. And I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't had no issues. No issues. I got a PM service. The reason for my engine light, it was a, all my coils came up as filters. So I got a PM service, and it's good. I ain't got no blow-bys. Everything is decent with this truck. I don't have no problems with it. As long as you keep your PMs done, as long as you not dogging them and you take care of your truck, they gonna take care of you. And that's just that's the bottom line on any truck. On any truck, for real. No, it don't. So you got two different divisions. So you got, which I've seen plenty of times, you got the guys that pull FedEx dedicated. That means they got the FedEx trailers, and you might see them pulling their doubles. Then you have the agents that have dedicated FedEx, but they still use Landstar trailers. So all my loads, except for one, I had one load that was on a FedEx trailer, but everything else just been on Landstar trailers. So like if you get to like the one down in Conley, Georgia, if they don't have enough trailers, they will load it onto a FedEx trailer. You take it up to Baltimore, Maryland. But then you're not gonna pick up another FedEx trailer. You pick up a Landstar trailer. And then when you move around and you come back down, you're gonna be picking up a Landstar trailer. Like, but I do see dudes that go on there, they get FedEx trailers. That's something completely different than what I'm doing. So I got an agent. It's just basically an agent with FedEx loads, and you just book them out. A dedicated route ain't just necessarily like, oh, this dedicated, they offered it to me, this and that. Like, I'm gonna go get on this Walmart account or whatever. Like, over here, they do got agents like that. With, like, yeah, you can get on the Walmart account, pull Walmart trailers. But then again, they might have another part where you pull in general freight and it's on Landstar trailers. So over here, it's kind of how it is. You got drivers that pull the FedEx trailers. I know an agent that I just book out everything and make my own dedicated route. But it's all FedEx with that one agent. info@fnexpedited.com is my email. If you drop your number, I'll call you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes me a little minute, but I will drop, you know, you drop your number, I'll call you. Because me posting my number, it be too many people calling, too many messages. And then it gets backed up. And then people start to get mad. And I just start blocking shit because I do have a fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, my guy? Hey. But my 10 is almost up, so I'm gonna go ahead over here, go pick my little load up, cause I already see my trailer from the damn gate. Pick my load up and head back down to Fort Myers. What time is it? Head back down to Fort Myers. Get this shit out the way for the day. This we've been doing all week, back and forth. And then the thing is, like, people like, bro, don't go to Florida. Don't go to Florida. Don't go to Florida. Because you got somebody like me that'll find one of these agents, like I've been working with, and thank me and back up on a full tank. All these loads be light as hell. Take it down there, come right back. Fort Myers, take it down there, come right back. As long as I'm getting 25 to go in, I'm coming back out. Coming back out. But there's gonna be that on it. I gotta go on here and pick this up. 10-hour break is officially up. And I'll check in with y'all on make some. You got some more questions or something like that, just drop it in the comment section. Or my email, info@fnexpedited.com. You can just highlight me on up or whatever like that. I just figured I need to hide back on here because, you know, I ain't driving no video in a minute. Yeah. And so I'm gonna get back at y'all, you know what I'm saying? Check back in was something updated or whatever like that. I might end up doing another video tomorrow or something like that. Because I got a bunch of questions that people ask. And I might just go on there, answer all of them, and then hop off. It's gonna be that. But y'all be safe out there. You just ate, bro. You be looking like you hungry. Yeah, so